Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1951 Smith Corona Silent Vintage Portable Typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in the USA and one of the top typewriters of all time. This is the precursor to the Silent Super. The small differences that I'll acknowledge along the way. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the left margin. And I'm just going to set these after I load the page. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bail that sits on top. It's got 3 adjustable rollers and it's got 2 paper fingers, so that's why I'm waiting on the margins. I'm just going to put those paper fingers on the edge for maximum clearance, and I'm just going to set those margins to be in between. You don't want to set them too close or else you'll get stuck on that or get caught up in it, and those first few characters might be a little off. There we go. Very good. Once you hear the bell, you're close to the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back 1 notch. It skips 2. 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Super tight, quiet, fast, smooth. The best domestic, in my opinion. Print looks perfect. Very nice. Pica typeface, prints 10 characters per inch. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the left side. Very good. Tab on the right. One of the differences between, pretty much the only difference between this and the Silent Super is that this will have a tab set and clear on the keyboard. On this one, this is a manual tab set behind this flip panel and they're manual tab inserts. So you put these on the rack and you got, on this one there's 4 of them. Just put it anywhere you want. There's a scale to tell you exactly what space you're on, and it will stop at each one of those when you hit the tab button. So in theory, these are easier to do maintenance on because there's less mechanics to deal with in the long run, but it's less convenient than having the set and clear right here next to the tab with the Silent Super. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button. It does allow you to go all the way to the end or until you get stuck on that paper finger. We're going to move that color back up to black. Open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right if you want to switch that direction. There's a manual switch right here. Flip it up. It's above the backspace. Flip it to the up position. It'll pull counterclockwise to the left. Flip it to the down position. It pulls clockwise to the right. And it has automatic ribbon reverse. When you get to the end of the ribbon, it'll pull this little lever here while you're typing, and it will reverse it to that side when the eyelet gets caught in that, which is the little metal piece on the end. If you don't have eyelets, then just tie a knot and it will catch that. Touch control in the top left of the inside here. The farther left you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. There's numbers here, the low to high, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The lower you go, the less tension there is when you hit the keys. So you want to play with that to gauge what your preferences as far as touch control. On the right side of the carriage is the carriage lock with my thumb is. That will release the carriage and lock it in the middle to protect the internal components. Move it to the right to unlock that. And this is your carriage release, super nice and smooth. This is the left carriage release, very good. If you pull out this lever at the end of the knob there, it disables the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1 space. And the same concept with this lever on the inside. You flip that down, it disables the spacing. You just want to be careful when you're doing that because you will lose your line if you do that. It's hard to get back to that line. Basically impossible to get exactly back to that line. And on the inside of the left side of the platen is the page gauge. You want to load the page. If you're going to use this, You set it right there, right below the 11, and you load the page. And it's as you're feeding it through, it starts to warn you that you're getting close to the bottom of the end of the bottom of the page. 2 inches, 1.5, and 1 inch, and that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.